you hungry? Because if so, you're in the right place. Today we're making Korean potato mushrooms.
Give me something good.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Görgött. I saw this dish on a picture and it just looked so cool and so good that I thought I had to remake it. So I made it for my family and it was an instant hit, and now I'm trying to make it for you. But before we have a look at all the ingredients, do me the huge favor, if you're not a subscriber to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button and check the bell icon. Like that you get a notification every Tuesday when a new episode comes out. But now let's have a look. And to make some space, we'll start with these two things. It's 150 milliliters of water and it's an empty bottle. Doesn't really matter, wine bottle, beer bottle, Coke bottle. This rim here is the important part. So we will see these two things later. So for our potato, as kind of dumplings, we need 400 grams of potatoes, 200 grams of potato starch, the 150 milliliters of water that I just showed you, and we're going to need some salt for seasoning. And then for the sauce, we need 50 grams of a neutral oil. In this case, I'm using grapeseed oil. We need 65 grams of soy sauce, 20 grams of chopped green onion, 8 grams of Korean chili flakes. We need about 15 grams, of garlic, and 10 grams of, you can't really see it because it's translucent, but it's this Korean sugar syrup. You can also use normal sugar, then use a bit less, maybe half, like 5 grams. And that's all we need. So let's start with the potatoes, because while they boil, we can do other things. So get your potatoes boiling. I'm going to cut these into probably 4 or 6 pieces, just for them to boil quicker. We'll put a bit of salt in the water, but I won't film the boiling of the potatoes over there. You know how to make it. So we'll get our potatoes on, and then we'll continue with the prep for the garlic and the spring onion. Well, I mean, you all know how to do this, right? So we're just going to chop our garlic up quite finely. As you know, I normally grate garlic because I like the finer type. But in this case, we're just going to chop it finely. And we can mix everything in one bowl afterwards, so just get one bowl out. And this is about the roughness we want. So get going with your garlic, and I'll see you once you're done with that. And then we'll do the spring onions. So we're done with our garlic. Next up is our spring onion. And we're going to do more or less the same here. So I think I will quarter these. And then we just slice them finely. And we go over them again to chop them even smaller. Should be about the same size as the garlic. There we go. And we can put it all in with the garlic. Now, I have some spring onions left over, so I'm going to chop some finely. I'm not showing you because we just did this, just to put some on top to decorate. But now we can start making the marinade come together. So the first thing we'll do is we'll just put our neutral oil into a pot. And we put this on the stove. We want to heat it up because that's going to get all of the flavors out of what we're putting here. So the spring onion and the garlic. And we can actually put our soy sauce straight in. Our sugar syrup. This is really sticky stuff. It's like glucose syrup. And last but not least, our chili flakes. otherwise known as Gochugaru. And we just mix this up, trying to dissolve the sugar syrup in the soy sauce. And then afterwards, as I said, to release all of the flavors, we're going to put the hot oil on here. We need to wait a couple of seconds until the oil is hot enough. So now this is hot oil, so be a little bit careful, keep a bit of distance. And then we're going to mix all of this together. And it's really, yeah, you can already smell it now, the release of the flavors. And there we basically have our sauce or dressing or whatever you want to call it. We can just put that to the side. I'm going to put it in my oven, keep it at 50 degrees Celsius, just keep it warm. We're still waiting for the potatoes to finish off. Once that's done, we're going to make the dough. So I'll see in about maybe 2-3 minutes. Our potatoes are ready. Now we're going to mash them. And I like this dish with a bit of a more rustical feel to it. Obviously, if you want the dough really fine, you can always put it through a strainer. But for me, that's just work that's not necessary for this dish. You just go in there, mix it up, and I'll see you once it's done. So I pretty much mash this as fine as you can with one of these. And now we go in with our potato starch. And we'll start mixing this in. So this is as far as we'll get without liquid. And now we'll add about maybe 3/4. And then we'll see what consistency we get. So just work that in as well. So let's see. Yeah, I can tell already now that this is a good, you see it's smooth. And that's what we need. So we used 100 milliliters of water. Now last thing, we need to add salt. And we put in 2 good pinches. And we mix that in as well. So now we'll give it a little try. Perfect. Now let's make our mushrooms. We'll start by putting some cling film on our board. We'll take our bottle, some oil, and just put it around the tip. Like that, it doesn't get stuck. And I'll show you one. Now, as you can see, we have these small pieces of potato. And that obviously happens when you mash it like I did. But as I said, I don't mind that. We have a nice bowl. We take a bottle. I hope you can see. Oh, there was water left in it. It's no wine. And then we squeeze down and lift up. And that's our potato. Our mushroom, our potato mushroom. So roll up all of your dough, make them into mushrooms, and then we'll move over there. We're going to boil them in water, so you can bring water to boil at the same time, salt that a bit as well, and we'll finish them there. So water is boiling, we've added salt to this. Now we just drop in our mushrooms. I think we might have to do this in 2 batches. And now you just wait until they float up to the surface, and then they're done. You see now these are up, swimming on the surface, almost all of them. Let's see if the last one wants to come up too. Yes, it's trying. So we can take them out. Just lift them out and put them in a separate bowl. And I will do the second batch, but I will see you at the board when we're ready to serve them up. So See you in a bit. Our potato dumplings, our potato mushrooms are done. We have our sauce. We'll put this all over. And then I will actually take a spatula again. We'll mix this, making sure that our wonderful sauce goes everywhere. And that's basically it for this simple dish. Now we're going to serve up a plate. And now the amount we made, I would say it's enough for 2 people, 3 people as a main course, and 4 to 5 people as like a side dish. Just load them on here. I mean, they're quite filling, these things, huh? So, like that, and then we'll get some of the sauce again. Make sure we cover everything. There's plenty of sauce. It's nice, garlicky, and a bit spicy. Here we go. I remember I told you about the spring onions that I was going to chop. This is it. Just put some of that on top as well. And this is our potato mushroom dumplings with chili and garlic. Let's dig in. These are so yummy. I would say they're somewhere between an Italian gnocchi and a Korean tteokbokki. Nice and chewy. Such a powerful flavor. Obviously you have a bit of umami there from the soy sauce. You have a bit of heat from the chili flakes. A lot of garlic. Very nice and rich. I just love that texture. If you've been following the channel for a while, you know that I've done a lot of tteokbokki dishes, and they're all in this Korean playlist here. So if you're interested in that, check it out. But that's pretty much it for today. It's a really simple dish. It's not even difficult technically. You just need a bottle of some sort. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have a question, leave them in the comments below. And if you're not a subscriber yet, hit the subscribe, check the bell icon. Oh, and I forgot one really important thing. If you stuck with me this far, there must have been something you enjoyed about this episode. So do me a huge favor and hit that thumbs up button. It's just down there, takes you a second, but it's so valuable for me to get my content out there in the YouTube universe. So until next time, take care. Bye-bye.